Okay, good morning, all of you. And today we are going to do the children's song written by Joseph Rudyard Kipling. In my last class, I gave you the introduction of Joseph Rudyard Kipling. Now I'll tell you about the poem. Children, this is a patriotic poem. Here, why is it called a song? Can you tell me why
Ma'am,
is it called a song?
ma'am, because
Children,
it is a
because
prayer.
yes,
It is a
because the
prayer.
yes, it is a song because the children, it is in the form of a hymn. Hymn means bhajan. Just like we have bhajan, it is in the form of a hymn. So the children are singing it. Now, in the poem, this poem is about it's a patriotic poem. Children are taking a pledge that they will serve their motherland with heart, whole heart and soul when they grow up. That means wholeheartedly they will serve their motherland when they grow up. Now, what do you mean by when they grow up? When you grow up, you will do, and at this stage, you will not do. Is it like this? No. Children, at present, you are
Yes,
students. You, all of you must be having some goal, some mission that what you will become. Some of you will become engineers, some of you will become doctors, some of you will become lawyers, and other professions you will take up. Some will go in the defense services, so you will take up different profession. Now once you take up different profession, you are making a pledge to your country, your nation, that when I grow up and become a responsible person. When will you become a responsible? When you take up any profession, and then I will do whatever I can for my nation. I will serve my nation with full heart, with wholeheartedly, I will serve my nation. This is the promise which they are making to their nation. Now, in the first stanza, children are making a promise to their nation. Land of our birth, we pledge to thee our love and toil in the years to be. When we are grown and take our place as men and women with our race. Now, here they are making a pledge or a promise to their nation that we pledge to thee. Now, children, you will see that in this poem, they have used thee, thy, thou. All this is Old English. This is Shakespearean English. And now it is no more used. Earlier it was used like this. Thee means you. Thee means you. So, land of our birth, we pledge to thee. This is our birthplace. Our nation is our birthplace. We make a promise to you. They are promising to their pledge to thee means we are making a promise to you to love and toil in the years to be. In the coming years, when we will grow up into responsible men and women, we will serve you. Love and toil. Toil means hard work. We will do hard work. We will love our nation. We will do hard work for the nation. We will do everything for our nation, for the betterment of our nation. Now, this is the first stanza. Now, second stanza. Father in heaven who lovest all, oh, help thy children when they call, that they may build from age to age an undefiled heritage. Now they are talking to God. They are praying to God. Father in heaven. Who is in heaven? God. So, Father in heaven who lovest all. Now, God loves all his children equally. There is no partiality in God's love. So, Father in heaven who lovest all, oh, help thy children. Here again, the Old English has been used. Thy means your. Children, you must have a pencil in your hand so that you can note down all these things. Otherwise, you will not be able to understand. Oh, help thy children, your children, when they call. Whenever I call you, how will you call? When I will pray to God. Now, children, whenever you have difficulty, what do? You go and pray to God. God, please help me. God, do this. God, help. Now, They are saying, oh, help thy children when they call. Whenever we call you, you must help us. They are asking God to help them whenever they need God's help, that they may build from age to age an undefiled heritage, so that they may build from age to age, from generation to generation. That means all generations, this generation also, the coming generation also, can build an unpolluted, undefiled means unpolluted. Heritage is legacy. Now, our custom, tradition, all these things, we may follow this. जो चीज हमको विरासत में मिलती है उसको हम कहते हैं हेरिटेज. So what do we get in legacy, heritage? What do we get? Our customs, traditions, and uh, we may help. Sorry, we are, the children are asking God to help them whenever they need their God's help to build an unpolluted legacy. Now, in the third stanza, teach us to bear yoke in youth with steadfastness and careful truth, that in our time thy grace may give the truth whereby the nation live. Now, in the third stanza, the children are saying that teach us to bear yoke in youth. That means yoke is responsibility. Yoke is responsibility. When we are young, we will be able to shoulder the responsibility of nation building. Now, when you take up any profession, now at present, you may not be able to do so much for your nation. But once you take up the profession, whatever profession you are in, you will take up the responsibility. Teach us to bear yoke in youth. Now, if you are a doctor, your responsibility is to see the health of the people. Now, you should bear this responsibility with full uh, 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 dedication. With full dedication, you should bear the responsibility. With steadfastness, with firmness. Steadfastness means firmness and careful truth, that in our time thy grace may give the truth whereby the nation live. And says that we should be, when we grow up, we should be focused. When we become a responsible citizen, we should be focused and responsible and firm in our youth when we take up the responsibility of nation building. Now, all professions, you are helping the nation to move forward. Whatever profession you take up, you are doing nation building. So, with steadfastness, with firmness and determination and careful truth. Now, what do you mean by careful truth? Careful truth? Can anyone tell me? Now, we must always do our work honestly. But this honestly, this work, honest work which you are doing, should not harm anyone. Not that I am doing my work with full honesty, so I'm harming the others also. So you should be careful that you don't harm others while moving on the path of truthfulness. That in our time thy grace may give. Your grace, that means blessings. Blessing, thy means your, whose God's blessing. With God's blessing, we are able to build a nation, the truth whereby the nation live, and we are able to build a nation, or we wish to strengthen our nation by firmly standing by the truth. Now, children, are you following or any problem?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No,
Fourth
ma'am.
one, fourth stanza. Teach us to rule ourselves always, controlled and cleanly night and day, that we may bring, if need arise, no maimed or worthless sacrifice. Now, again, the children are praying to God that teach us to rule ourselves. Rule here means control ourselves, controlled and cleanly night and day, that we may live a disciplined life. Controlled life means controlled and cleanly night and day means we are able to do whatever is right. We must lead an honest on the honest path, and we lead a disciplined life. A disciplined life should be there, that we may bring, if need arise, no maimed or worthless sacrifice. And whenever there is a need to sacrifice ourselves for the nation, we don't do it half-heartedly. With full dedication and love, we are able ready to sacrifice ourselves for the nation. No maimed or worthless sacrifice. Maimed means half-heartedly. Half-hearted sacrifice we don't want to give to the nation. We should be ready to do to give make any sacrifice for the nation, because uh, that means the children are saying that you teach us. They are praying to God that you teach us to make great sacrifices to protect our motherland, to protect our motherland, for the upliftment of the motherland. Now, next stanza. Teach us to look in all our ends on thee for judge and not our friend, that we with thee may walk uncowed by fear or favor of the crowd. Now, they are saying to God that teach us to look in all our ends. That means whatever do we do, whatever resources we have, teach us to look in all our ends, that whatever resources we have, on thee for judge. Whatever work we are doing, you, who should be the judge of our action? Thee means here you. Who is thee here? God. On thee for judge and not our friends. Now, whatever we do for the nation, for anyone, who should be our judge? Actually, children, what happened in reality, we make the people who are in the neighborhood or who are with us, we make them our judge. Why? Because we are always scared of what will people say, what will my friends say, what will my relatives say, what will my family say. We are always scared of these people, and we do things to please these people. We always try to please the people who are around us. But should we do like this? No. Who should be our judge of our action? Whether I'm doing right or wrong, who will judge us? God. God should be judge. And when God is our judge, we will always do the right thing. Why? Because God is present everywhere. Now, sometimes what we do, if you are alone in the class and you see a 100 rupee note lying on the floor, now you will see that no one is looking at me. I should pick it up. Why? Because you know that people whom you care, they are not anywhere near you. No one is there near you, and no one is seeing you doing this kind of action. So you will pick up that 100 rupee note. Now, when you make God your judge, what will you do? Will you ever try to pick up that 100 rupee note? No. Why?
No.
Because you know that God is present everywhere and God will see you. So, for the fear of God, you will never do anything wrong. This is what I mean to say. Picking up a thing which is not yours means you are doing something wrong. This wrong you will never do when you make God your judge. So, don't make people around you your judge, make God your judge. So, teach us to look in all our ends. In whatever work we do, on thee for judge. God should be our judge and not our friends. Our friends, our neighbors, they should not be our judge of our actions. Whatever action we do, our neighbors and friends, they should not be the judge, that we with thee may walk uncowed by fear or favor of the crowd. And if we walk, or if we have belief in God, if God is our judge, we will never do anything wrong in our life. By fear or favor of the crowd. We need not fear, or we need not favor the crowd. Crowd means people around us. So only God should be the judge of our action. Now, next stanza. Teach us the strength that cannot seek by deed or thought to hurt the weak, that under thee we may possess man's strength to comfort man's distress. Now, in this stanza, the children are praying to God to give them strength to help those who are weak. Now, this is also our moral duty, children. Only doing our duty, what we should do, that is not only our duty. We should also help those who are needy, those who are weak. Weak here does not mean physically weak. Physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, any way, if they are weaker than you, it is your responsibility to help them. So, teach us the strength. That means give us the strength that cannot seek, that we cannot find anywhere, except that God can give us strength. That cannot seek. Seek means find anywhere. You do not find this anywhere except when God gives you strength. By deed or thought to hurt the weak, by our action or by our thought process, I should not be hurting anyone. You should always have at the back of your mind, you should always have this feeling that by our deed means action, by our action or by our thoughts also, we should not hurt the weak. We should not do any such thing which will hurt the weaker ones. I told you, weak can be in any form. If they may be emotionally they are weak, they are financially weak, and or any other way they are weaker than you. If you are stronger than them, don't exploit the weaker ones. That under thee, again thee has been used. Thee is for God. That under thee we may possess man's strength to comfort man's distress. Now distress here means problem. Man who is in, those who are in distress means problem. Those who are sad, those who are in problem, those who are suffering, I should be able to give me. They are praying to God that give me so much strength that I may give comfort to these kind of people. So again, the children are saying that when we grow up, God, give me strength so that not only I am working for the nation, but I working for the nation. How do you work for the nation? By helping the people also who are living in this nation, and those who are weaker than you, I should be able to give them comfort to those kind of people. So next one is, did you follow this, children? Any problem?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now, next one is stanza 7th. Teach us delight in simple things and mirth that has no bitter springs, forgiveness free of evil done, and love to all men beneath the sun. Now, again, the children are praying to God. Now, children, only in the first stanza, the children were making a promise to their nation. After that, the children are praying to God. You can see that from stanza 2, the children are asking God's help. They are praying to God to help them in all these things. What was the second stanza? What are they asking for? Who will tell me? What are they asking
Uh,
for?
Ma'am, help. They're asking for help.
Help them how?
Uh,
To bear the
to
responsibility.
No?
that is in the third stanza.
First
Yeah.
stanza is they are asking, they can bear the responsibility of nation building, yes. But second
Yeah.
stanza, they may
Ma'am,
build from
help.
age to age an undefiled heritage.
Yeah.
Yes, what?
So,
So they,
so they can build some good traditions or customs
yes,
uh, that are unpolluted and pure.
yes, unpolluted legacy they can hand over to the next generation. Yes. Now, next one, unpolluted legacy they can hand over to the next generation. Second, third stanza, what are they asking?
So they are asking the
To
God to give
control.
them
They,
no
that
to
they
give them
may bear the
the strength to
responsibility of
bear the
nation
yoke.
building honestly. Honestly,
Hmm.
they should
And so that they
always,
stand by the truth.
they should be focused, responsible, and firm, and do their work honestly. They
Hmm.
can strengthen the nation by standing by the
Standing
truth.
by
Yes.
truth.
Then in the next stanza, teach us to rule ourselves always.
And controlled and cleanly night and day, so that they are disciplined and they live a very controlled life,
Yes.
and they have a control over themselves, and
They do
they
whatever
and
is right. They
They
should
can
always do whatever is right and lead a very disciplined life.
and and whole and do all the work wholeheartedly
and
rather
cannot
than giving
hurt
half
others' feeling.
Yes, very good.
sacrifice.
Yes. They should be able to make sacrifices to protect the motherland. Then next one, teach us to look in all our ends on thee for judge. Who should be the judge of our action? God.
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 Yes, and we should not see that what our friends will say. We should not bother what our friends will say. Now, when you bother about your friends, you will do right and wrong, both the things. You will do wrong also sometimes. Why? Because you want to please your friend. But when you look at God as your judge, you will never do anything wrong, because you know that God is always watching you. Yes. Then next one, teach us the strength that cannot seek by deed or thought to hurt the weak.
Ma'am, the children
They
are
are saying
asking
that give
God,
us the strength.
give them the strength so that they can help the weak that are mentally, emotionally, or physically weak, and they possess the strength that can comfort man's sorrows.
Yes. And by our action or by our deed or our thought, we don't hurt them in any way. That means we should always help those who are in trouble, trouble or in distress or anything. Now teach us delight in simple things and mirth that has no bitter spring, forgiveness free in evil done, and love all men beneath the sun. Now teach us delight. Delight is happiness.
Happiness.
Yes. Teach us delight. Here,
Satisfaction.
teach here means does not mean teach us delight. That means give us delight. Give us happiness in small things. Children, you should always be happy with small things which come in your life. Don't wait that something big is going to come, then only I'll be happy. Small things should make you happy. Anything small, like nowadays online classes are going on. Now if you make a face and you keep complaining, how will we study, this is what is this, online classes are boring, we are not able to meet. No, whatever the situation is, as it comes, we should be happy with it. Now when the school will reopen, you will be studying in the classroom, you will be meeting your friends also. So whatever small things come in your life, and accept them as they are and be happy in that. So teach us delight in simple things. In simple things, small things should make you happy. Don't wait for big things. When I will have a Mercedes, then I will be happy to say. Even if you don't have a Mercedes, you don't have a car, then too you should be happy. Even if you have to go by auto, you should be happy. This is what it means to say that even small things should give you happiness. Don't wait for big, big things. Teach us delight in simple things and mirth that has no bitter spring. And your happiness should not give bitter
Any
spring means किसी को दुख ना दे. Yes. Mirth is khushi. Yes. And your happiness, mirth is happiness. And happiness that has no bitter spring. You should not be happy by giving uh, sorrow to anyone else. That should not be your concept of happiness. Some people think that if I want to be happy, I have to make others unhappy. Then only I can be happy. No, that should not be there. Forgiveness free of evil done. Even if anyone does evil to you, evil means bad thing to you, then too you should forgive that person. Forgive that. And love all men beneath the sun. And love all men. Neath here, I told you in the previous class, is the short form of beneath. Beneath means below. So, and love all men beneath the sun. Beneath the sun means all men are living on this earth. We should love them. Now, this is uh, a message that we should love our neighbors also. Not, not only the men living in our country, but also our neighbors also. Neighboring country, whoever are living, we should love them. Because all the people on this earth are the children of God. So the children are saying that we should be delighted in small things, small happiness which comes in our way, and we should not make anyone sad by our action, our deed, our action. And we should always be forgiving in nature. Even if anyone does harms you, be ready to forgive that person. And you should love all the people under this sun, under the sun. Why? Because we are all children of the same God. And now the last stanza. Land of our birth, our faith, our pride, for whose dear sake our fathers died. O motherland, we pledge to thee head, heart, and hand through the years to be. Now, in the end, they are saying that land of our birth. Now, this nation in which we are living, children, that is the place where we are born. That is why the land of our birth. Here we are born. That is why you say, call it motherland. Motherland, why? Because we are born here. Our faith, our pride. Now, whatever faith here means Vishwash. And our pride, what we feel proud of. Garv, garv karte hain. Why? We have, all of us are proud of our nation, isn't it? So, for whose dear sake our, for this nation only, for the sake of this nation, our forefathers have given their life. Now, when our forefathers must be fighting with the Britishers for the freedom, so they have given their life for the freedom of this country. So we are remembering those people, our ancestors. We are remembering our forefathers who have given up their life for the nation. So for those dear, for whose dear sake our fathers died, oh motherland, we pledge to thee. Our forefathers have given up their life for this nation, for the motherland. And today, oh motherland, now again they are making a promise to the nation. In the last stanza, again they are making a promise to the nation. Oh motherland, we pledge to thee. We make a promise to you. Up till now, children, from stanza 2 to 7, they have been praying to God. First stanza, they were making a pledge to the nation. And last stanza, again, they are pledging to the nation. They are making a promise to the nation that, oh motherland, we pledge to thee. We make a promise to you. Thee means you. Head, heart, and hand through the years to be. And in the coming years, we will serve you with full dedication How? Head, heart, and hand. Head means mentally.
Intelligence.
Mentally.
Intelligent.
Heart means emotionally. And hand means physically. Mentally, emotionally, and physically. Children, please note it down. This question comes, what do you mean by head, heart, and hand? So head means mentally, heart means emotionally, and hand means physically. So the children are saying that mentally, how will you do help the nation mentally? By your intelligence.
Intelligent.
Intelligence, what will you do? Huh? How will you help the nation mentally?
By my intelligence and
Intelligence, what will
taking
you do? Intelligence helps you to do. How does it help the nation? What
to
do the
take
intelligent
correct
people do?
decisions. Take correct decisions.
To take correct decision.
They not only take
In the
decisions, what do
developing
they
of
do?
country,
What do you do? If you are intelligent, while you are an IITN, what do you do? Huh? What do the
Research.
IAs do?
Research.
Yeah.
For the betterment of the country.
Provide new ideas.
Yes. Then heart, emotionally, your love for the nation. And hand, physically, the hard work which you put in for the nation building.
Nation.
This you will be doing in the years to coming years, when you will be responsible citizen, when you will take up any job profession, you will work in that field. Now children, an engineer cannot work in the field of a medical, isn't it? But you will be working in your field only. You will be moving forward in your field. A doctor will be moving forward in that field. He will be uh, moving in that field, and IAS will be moving in that field, in his field. So each one of us will have different responsibilities, and we will take up this responsibility of nation building. With this, our poem is complete. Now in the next class, children, I will explain the question answers, and I will also give you a summary. I will give a summary of this chapter also. I will send it to you so that you can understand it better. I will give you a summary in WhatsApp only. I will send that, and you will be able to understand the poem better. If you have any problem, yes,
No.
Ma'am.
okay.
No, ma'am.
We
Ma'am.
pledge to what pledge do the children take? What pledge are the children taking?
Ma'am, they're taking pledge to serve their nation and
Salvation.
nation building.
Serve their nation with all heart and soul. That means wholeheartedly they will serve their nation. Now, why do they pledge that to love and toil in the years to be? Why not at present? Why in the years to be? In the years to be, that means in the coming year. Why?
Because they are not independent.
Because they're still children, and they when they grow up, they will go to their respective societies.
Yes, because they are still in the learning stage. They are learning, and when they become a responsible citizen, then they will take up this responsibility. Although at present also, I told you in the previous class that as a student also you can take up so many responsibilities. Yes.
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 Now, by according to poet, how does the nation live?
Nation lives by standing with the truth.
Yes, by standing by the truth,
Truth.
by being sincere, by being firm and standing by the truth. That means there should be truth should prevail everywhere. Honesty, there should be honesty. And the country will get inner strength to survive if the men, countrymen, if the people of this nation are firm and have high moral character. High moral character is very important. Okay. What sort of sacrifice do the children wish to offer to their motherland?
uh, a sacrifice which is not worthless and which is not half-hearted or trivial.
Very good. A sacrifice which is not done half-heartedly, which is with full
Use
Wholehearted
dedication. Yes.
devotion.
dedication.
Devotion. Dedication. Yes. Okay. And why the children want to be judged by God rather than the general public or their friends?